is your microphone okay? Hello, Stella, are you there?
Good evening, Hello,
Good evening.
Nguyen.
Okay.
Yes.
Just doing a microphone check and saying hello to everybody. Did you have a good Saturday in what city are you in, Stella?
I'm in Hanoi.
Hanoi, okay. Was it a good
Yes.
Saturday in Hanoi?
Yes, it's great.
Was the weather hot or cool or warm?
Luckily, the weather is great. It's not very cool, not very cold, not very hot.
Oh, it's perfect weather, I think. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. In Japan this morning, it was nice and cool, and then it became a little hot. And because it became hot, then it became really cloudy. That's what happens in March and April. If the weather becomes too hot, the skies become sort of white, milky color. It's called a coastal inversion. A lot of moisture comes up, and it's kind of strange weather. It's beautiful, but a little bit strange. So I took a long walk to enjoy the good weather today. Let's see. We're joined by Moon. Hello, Moon. How are you? Can you hear me, Moon? We're doing our check.
Yeah, hi, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, yes, I'm fine, sir.
Okay, good to hear you.
How about you, sir?
Good, I'm having a great day. I started a new writing class with young students, and
Oh,
students
yeah.
always surprise me because they have really good English and they have really unique personalities. Some of them are so intelligent. I think they're like little boy and little girl geniuses, right? And
So
it's always a
cute.
pleasure to teach such intelligent kids. Um,
Yes.
but they're funny too. They make funny jokes. So they're not all serious, you know, they're intelligent
Yeah,
but funny. And I think that's
yeah,
a really wonderful combination. Yeah.
yeah. So excited.
Yeah. So we learned fact and opinion. And so they were giving me their opinions about pizza. I didn't know the
Yeah,
younger generations in Vietnam love pizza. That's becoming so popular in Vietnam. I was really surprised. Um,
yes. Most of them, most of them.
mm, um,
Yeah. We love
I
fast food also.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the young students make pizzas with their mother and then they learn how to make it themselves. So I have 10 and 11-year-old boys and girls making pizzas by themselves. And I think that's
Uh,
really, really great that you can do that, right? I couldn't do that at age 10 or 11. I didn't learn how to make a good pizza until I was maybe 22 years old when I was in college, right? Then I
Yeah.
could finally make a good pizza, right? Yeah. All right, let's check with Nyok An. How are you, Nyok An, with the beautiful bouquet of flowers?
Hi, teacher.
Nice to see you again, An.
I'm pretty well now.
Yeah. Is your Saturday good?
Oh, yes, good.
Yeah. And
Pretty good.
what city are you in? I always ask you guys the same questions over and over. I'm sorry. But what city are you in? Is it
My city is Thanh cities,
okay? Is it a big city, medium city, small city?
and it's a quite small city,
Okay.
not big
Yeah.
as Hanoi.
Uh, is the traffic okay? Because I heard Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City have heavy traffic for all the people who work. Is the traffic a problem in your city?
No,
Mm,
because it's just a small city, not
okay.
a big.
Yeah. Is the air cleaner?
Oh, yes. The easy air of this city cleaner than Hanoi.
Okay. Is it a
Hanoi
northern city or a middle city or a southern
uh,
city?
is in between northern and middle of my country.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Vietnam is such an interesting country because it's such a long country, but it's kind of a thin country too. So I'm trying to get I know some of the big cities, Da Nang and Hue City and Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, but I have to learn more on. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Olivia from Hanoi just joined us. How are you, Olivia?
Hello,
Is it-
everyone.
Hello,
good.
Olivia. Your voice sounds a little far away. Are you okay? Work on the microphone.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry.
There you
I'm
are,
late.
Olivia. Good to
I'm
see you.
good. The
I can
weather
read
is
your lips.
nice.
Yeah. If I can't hear you, I can always see your lips are making the right English pronunciation. Okay. Did you
Okay.
have a good Saturday?
Yeah, I have good Saturday.
Okay.
A little bit busy, but I'm fine.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. I'm drinking a big cup of tea, and I have this
Wow.
big, beautiful teacup. When I was working in Taipei, Taiwan last year, the nice office person gave me this cup. She was so kind to me, and I said, "Oh, that's a beautiful cup," and she said, "I want you to have it." She was so nice to me. So I got some Taiwanese tea, and I'm drinking my Chinese tea. So
It's so like a bowl.
bowling. The Chinese style is they put the top on top of it. So like that. So do you do that in Vietnam? You put the top on top of it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the same in Vietnam.
See, I live in Japan and they don't really do that. In Taiwan, Singapore, Vietnam, they put a top on the tea. It's nice. Okay. Let's see, Olivia, there's someone else joined behind you. Let's see. We have Snow. I love that name, Snow. How are you, Snow? Is Snow there? Hello, Snow. You have to work on your microphone and your camera. Can I go to Nyok? Are you there, Nyok?
Oh, yes.
Hello, Nyok. Good to see you. Oh, no, you're Nyok on. There's another person who's just Nyok.
Ngọc, Ngọc,
Yeah,
Teacher.
maybe.
cô Ngọc.
Do you know who that is, Anna? Annie? The Nyok? We'll call it like Mystery Nyok. All right. Mystery Nyok, please say hello. And Snow, please say hello. Can you say hello? We would love to hear from you because this way we can check the microphone and we can check your camera because, you know, this is like a lot of pronunciation in our class today. Okay, and some people come late because there are workers. Okay, so we did our 5-minute warm up. Nyok An changed to the avatar doggy, which is super cute. And I like that dog. Someone had an avatar, one of the boys, called Spooky. He's a wonderful boy. I don't know why he uses an avatar, but his was a cowboy, and the avatar would move its eyes. It looks so human, right? That it was strange to communicate with an avatar, right? Okay, let's see. I prepared the colorful notes for today, and you could see this in the PDF file that I sent you. I just want to make sure it's the right one here. That's the PDF style. I don't want to use the PDF. I want to use my Apple style. The Apple style has a little bit better colors than PDF. And I put sort of a joke here for you. Since we're going to do intonation on commands and statements, I put a roller coaster there for you. And the image there is the roller coaster goes up, the roller coaster goes down. So your speech goes up, your speaking goes down on intonation. So we're going to do intonation. Hello, Snow, you joined us with that beautiful background of the duckies or the geese. I'm not sure what that is.
Hello, teacher and everyone.
Hello, Snow.
Hello. Yeah.
Snow, are those ducks or geese behind you in that beautiful painting?
Thank you.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
looks really beautiful. I like it. And then Maris, are you there? Is it Maris or Maris? Maris or Maris?
Yes. Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. So today, Maurice and Snow, we're going to do intonation, the ups and downs of commands and statements. And so today I want to use color red and color blue to help you on that. So we're going to do statement intonation and then command intonation. They're a little bit different, actually, but we put them together. And so again, the roller coaster is intonation down, intonation up, and then just a crazy roller coaster. Okay. I asked my students in the writing class if they would go on this, and they said, never, teacher. That looks so dangerous, this roller coaster. All right. So red equals rising on my color coding, and blue equals falling. So rising and falling, falling and rising. So for example, I have a simple statement of, I went to the store yesterday. So I went to the store yesterday, I go up. Why yesterday? Because it's at the end, it's answering the question, where did you go yesterday? I went to the store yesterday. So you want to put the intonation up. I went to the store yesterday. Oh, where did you go yesterday? So there's stress on the yesterday and it's going up. So we have both stress and rising intonation. We have both on that one. So it's a little bit difficult, that one. But if you compare it to the blue, this is the falling intonation. She is a talented musician. The musician goes down. She is a talented musician. Falling intonation shows this thought is complete. You completed the thought. She and talented get most of the stress. So she is a talented musician. So I'm purposely making that softer. She's a talented musician. And the word is musician. Last week, some students had difficult on musician with a shun, musician, right? Okay, next one. A statement that is like a command might be, tell me about your sister Jackie. The response could be, well, she's a talented musician. So again, we have Jackie. Tell me about your sister Jackie. Well, she's a talented musician. So Jackie goes up, musician goes down. So one more time, tell me about your sister Jackie. Well, she's a talented musician. Okay. Now let me do more examples and then we'll begin practicing right away because you really enjoy your practicing. So we have the meeting starts at 9 a.m. Intonation down, 9 a.m. Question, what time does the meeting start? Because it's a question, what time does the meeting start? Next one, she's coming to visit next week. When is your friend coming to visit? So both of those are intonation rising. She's coming to visit next week. When is your friend coming to visit? Number 3, they won the championship last year. Question, when did they win the championship? This is a little difficult for me to do. When did they win the championship? That's better. Number 4, I'm going to the gym after work. Question, what are you doing after work tonight? 5, he's been studying for hours. Question, what's John been doing today? Number 6, the weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow. This one I want to go down, rain tomorrow. Question, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? And 7, she always arrives early for meetings. Question, how is Sarah? Wow, is Sarah usually this early? Okay, so that gives you some idea. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shall we begin practicing them, everybody? Let's see. Annie, if you would like to model it with me, would you like to ask, the question is in the second part here, and then the statement is in the first part. Would you like to do the question part or the answer? We can model this for the students.
Yes, I can ask question first,
Okay.
and then we will exchange.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I will go first. Number
Yeah.
1. When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings. All right, so I tried my best to really 4 meetings. All right.
For meetings.
Let's change so the students can keep hearing the practice. When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next. Oh, I think this one will fall down, right?
I know, good question. Does it? I'll let you decide that one, Annie, if you want. All right.
So
When-
I should,
Yeah,
yeah, for my voice, right?
All right,
She's
try
coming
again.
to visit.
So
Yeah,
one more
she's
time.
coming to visit next week.
Okay. When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
Very good. What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Nice. Annie, would you like to practice with Maris? And I'm just going to take a break because sometimes I have a little bit of problem with my speaking. So if you'd like to try with Maris.
Yes. Take care, teacher. All
Okay.
right, Maris. Maris, you want to
Maris,
ask
would you-
question
yeah,
or you
ask.
answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Ask question first or you want to answer?
I want to ask first.
All right, it's you first.
Okay. When does the meeting start?
Okay. The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Do you want to change, Maris? Would you like to
Yes.
answer? All right, let me jump in, Annie. I'll do the question this time. When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next
Teacher,
week.
Yeah.
everyone has a question. Why
Oh,
when we answer,
Yeah.
for example, the number 2,
Yeah.
she's coming to visit next week, why
Yeah.
we raise voice up?
Oh, on that one, it's a time specific thing. So it goes up next week. It's you're communicating to the person asking the question that next week is the most important answer. So the intonation and stress on a word is probably the most important item you're trying to, yeah. But of course you have the subject is she's coming to visit next week. So there are several stresses, but the intonation really goes up on that next week to communicate that that's the most important thing, right? Yeah. Okay. I hope that answers the question. All right, let's see. The next one from Maris. When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
Yeah, so on this one, championship intonation rises as the last part of a question, but also because we're talking about the championship is the most important thing in the sentence. So when did they win the championship? It's a little exciting, the championship, right? Maris, what are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
Yeah, so again, time specific, tonight and after work. We want to communicate those times very clearly to both person asking and person answering. Next one, what's John been doing today?
he's been he's been studying for hours.
Yeah, and there's a real 4 hours because he's studying so long. There's nuance in this that, 4 hours, it's like a really long time. He's a very serious student. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Yeah, and we kind of went on that one. I kind of went down too. Let me try again. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? It's a little unnatural for me, but that's how they said. Okay. Last one, Maris. Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She's always arrives early for meetings.
Yeah, okay. So Annie, would you like to do the breakout rooms because there's a lot of content there, and if we were to divide the students into two groups,
Teacher, can I have a question?
Yes, Maris.
I think intonation when you read or speak something, you want to stress the information that you want to stress information. So I think the intonation in that information sometimes it's way up or way down.
Yeah.
Depend on what you want to stress on something, on which information you want to stress.
Yeah. This is good. This is a good point. Let's take one, for example, I'm trying to find the best one. Number 4, I like. What are you doing after work tonight? You're stressing tonight because it's the most important thing to plan for tonight. And he says, I'm going to the gym after work. Now, what is the meaning there? After work, the way you put the intonation up, after work, you stress that you're going after work, kind of means you're going directly after work. After work. You don't say when, I'm going there at 6:30, but after work, right? So there's a little bit of intonation there, Maris, like the most important part is after work, right?
In the sentence 4, we can stress on the gym.
The gym.
I want to
I'm going to the gym.
concentrate on action.
That's a good point too. What are you doing after work tonight? I'm going to the gym. Yeah, because you're excited about the gym after work. So Maris, if you want to extend that, let me just pull this down a little bit. So Maris, it's a good point. If you wanted to put a little red here too, right? I would go to my red color. Now remember, some of this is flexible. So, it didn't do that. I'm going to the gym. I want to do that. Red there. Red, please. No, it won't. You know what? Zoom has this problem that I have to stop sharing if to make a change. So Maris, I'm just going to put this in blue for now. Gym. So I'm going to the gym after work. You could have 2 intonations up like that because you want to make it clear that it's the gym after work, all right? Because you're excited about it, okay? So Annie, would you like to divide? There are 7 students, so it would be like 3 and 4. I have to stay in the main room. Of course, you've worked the Zoom before with the students, so someone has to stay in the main room, and I guess that will be me. But Annie, would you like to work with some of the students and try these? And then the old teachers, they used to use Vietnamese in the breakout room because students have questions about that. It's okay to ask in Vietnamese. You can ask Annie, but why, teacher? It's a perfectly okay question to ask. And then if you're in the main room, I'll try my best to give you examples of time, event, what's important, and why that intonation goes up. But in most of these cases, if you look at all of these questions are red, 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 red. At the end, the intonation rises. All of these are rising because they're questions, right? It can be time. If you look at tonight, today, early, tomorrow, those are all time expressions. But we also have a verb here, start, and a verb here, visit. So it could be on a verb, the last part of a question, the intonation also goes up. So those are 2 styles. But let's stay with these ones here. And so let me stop the share. If you have the PDF that's in yellow, now we have 10 students, so it will be perfect 4 and 4. And let's practice. This will probably take, Annie, about 15 minutes to really do it properly. So by all means take 15 minutes. If we start at 11:23, go until about 11:40. Sorry, that's Japan time. In Vietnam time, it would be 9:40. So if you'd like to practice from 9:23 to 9:40, would that be okay?
Yes, 9:40. I got it. 9:40,
Okay.
we will back to the main room.
Yeah. And then you have control of it. So I'll just be in the main room with my 4 students. And so teacher, assistant Annie, you have control of the breakout rooms, I think.
All right, I will set just 10 minutes.
Okay.
The breakout room will close automatically after 10 minutes.
Oh, after 10 minutes. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
All right. Done.
Now, there might be a lot of questions. So if you need to take more time, by all means, go ahead. Okay, it says for me to go to number 1. I'm going to just jump. Hello, Moon. Nice to see you. You and I are the only ones in this room. I hope Annie sends me some more students. Moon, do you want to practice? And if someone joins us, by all means, they can come and join us.
Of course, sir, because I out already, so I don't want a reason why. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Moon, would you like to ask the question or give the answer for these exercises?
Yeah, of course, sir. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yes. You first, sir. You can. Yeah.
Okay.
In a question. Yeah.
When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 p.m.
Yeah. When is your friend coming to visit?
She coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Very good. Do you want to change, Moon? You could ask me.
Yeah, of course, sir. Yeah, at first.
Right.
Yeah. When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When your friend come to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
You're welcome. That one Moon that was I'm going to the gym after work. He's been studying 4 hours. 4 hours. That one I almost want to go up. He's been studying for hours, right? Yeah, that one I almost go up with my style of speaking. So if you say, what's John been doing today? Oh, he's been studying for hours. You know, I kind of go up, you know, my intonation rises. But,
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, yes, may I ask you something? How
Yes.
about the difference between the raise voice and
Yeah.
stretch? Because I wonder the difference between them.
Yeah. Raising your voice is a little bit different. The meaning there is to raise your voice in a meeting to make your voice loud, but you can also raise your voice with children if you're angry or a teacher says, please be quiet. That's called raise your voice. When we use rising here, it's a more gradual rise, and it describes not any anger or to be heard. It's just a rhythm of your speaking and where you put the stress, where speaking has rhythm to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And so where you put the stress is, the feeling, the emotion is the rising intonation, or clearly trying to give someone information about times and days. Moon, no one else came. Do you want to try these ones too? We have yesterday. This is a question here. And then we have another question here. Tell me, this one isn't really a question. It's just a statement or a request. Would you like to try these ones?
Yeah, of course, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moon, where did you go yesterday?
Yeah, I went to the store yesterday.
Uh-huh. And tell me about your sister, Jackie.
She is a talented musician.
Yeah. Would you like to try the question here? Where did
Yes.
you go yesterday?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Where did you go yesterday?
I went to the store yesterday. It's difficult for me, Moon. I went to the store yesterday, like really happy, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Tell me about your sister, Jackie.
She is a talented musician. That one I feel comfortable to say. She's a talented musician. All
She is
right.
a talented musician.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a talented musician. Okay. Moon, let me ask you like a real question. Where did you go yesterday, Moon?
I go to the supermarket yesterday.
Yeah. And what did you buy at the supermarket?
I bought some clothes
Uh-huh.
and food.
Mhm. And what was your favorite food that you bought?
My favorite foods my favorite foods were pizza and fried chicken.
Oh my gosh, it's like real American style, pizza and fried chicken. Does the supermarket make good pizza and fried chicken?
Yes, they were so delicious.
Oh my gosh, it sounds good. My doctor in Japan told me to watch my diet. So chicken with salad, almost no oil, no salt, and
Yeah.
pizza, not so much pizza, but I love pizza. So it's difficult for me. Moon, what's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is seafood pizza.
Oh, nice. And is there shrimp on the seafood? What is on your pizza? Hello, Olivia.
Hello.
We're talking about pizza because we finished the exercises, but we could try some more, Olivia, if you like. But Moon, is it shrimp on your pizza or squid, or is it mixed seafood?
Yes, my ingredients will be shrimp, like mushroom and some squid.
Oh, squid, yeah. Squid always goes well with shrimp on a seafood pizza.
Yeah.
All right, Olivia, would you like to try the challenge?
Yes, I want to try.
Would you like to start with questions or join a breakout room? Annie's in room number 2. I want to stay here in the main room. Olivia, would you like to start with the question and then I can do the response?
Yes, I want to start with question.
Okay.
When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did you win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's Jormin doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, Isara usually Wow, Isara usually this early.
She always arrives early for meetings. Yeah, now that one I can definitely do, the down style for meetings. Okay.
For meeting.
Let's change Olivia. When
Yeah.
does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
Hmm? When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
Okay. And let's see. What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Nice. Nice work, Olivia. Stella, would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like the question or the response?
Respond. I like
Okay.
to respond first.
All right. When does the meeting start?
The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
Good. When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
Good. What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Very good. Natalia, you're there also. Would you like to ask the question or the statement? We can practice a little more because everybody's coming back now. Fresh from the
Okay.
practice with Annie. All right. Natalia, would you like the question or the response? The answer.
I have a question.
Okay. When does the meeting start?
Now we are beginning. When does the meeting start? Sorry, I am answer the question. The meeting starts at 9 a.m.
When is your friend coming to visit?
She's coming to visit next week.
When did they win the championship?
They won the championship last year.
What are you doing after work tonight?
I'm going to the gym after work.
What's John been doing today?
He's been studying for hours.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts rain tomorrow.
Good. Wow, is Sarah usually this early?
She always arrives early for meetings.
Yeah. The good thing about this intonation practice is it also helps your general pronunciation, I think. Annie, do you think if we really stress the intonation and the word emphasis, the stresses, then actually it helps pronunciation in the entire sentence? Because it's like the intonation is like a memory device. It gets into your brain and the intonation is perfect. If you start really young, it's amazing. Yeah, Annie, it goes up and down. For example, let me show you a video. I'd really like to show you to demonstrate this. What I feel that it's like a memory device. So wait 1 second. I'm going to give my voice a break here for just a moment. And I have this video here. I'll show you. It's one of our students who's only 9 years old. She's a really wonderful student. Listen to her intonation and stress. She's already figured out how to do this. So I will put this here. And her name is Susu. And she worked so hard with her English. So at age 9, she's quite remarkable. Here's Susu. And we'll begin this.
Hi everyone, the negative team and judge. The debate topic today is: should primary students in Vietnam be encouraged to join school sports team? Our team firmly believes that primary students in Vietnam must be encouraged to join school sports team. First and foremost, let's clarify our stance. We agree that primary students in Vietnam be encouraged to join school sport team because doing a lot of sports is good for our health.
Yes.
When we play sports, we feel very healthy and happy. And we have lots of energy to do work. If you play sports daily, then you will soon be an athletic and strong person, especially children. So, students and teenagers must play sports every day for a better life.
Yes.
For all the results, primary students in Vietnam must be encouraged to join school sports team. I agree.
Okay, thank you, Susu.
Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.
All right. What do you think? What was your impression of that? I really think it's wonderful. Her teacher, Michael from Australia, taught her the hand gestures for a presentation. It actually is, if you're using your hands, it is a really good way to add stress to your sentences. So it's a good technique, I have to say. He's done a wonderful job. Did you catch all of her intonation, though? I mean, she's kind of like the princess or queen of intonation, little Susu is. All right. Moon, what was your impression of that?
Yeah, because I really love her voice.
Yeah, she's like a little language coach, you know. She inspires her other students. And she loves pizza, by the way. So
Yes, sir.
always talking about pizza, in putting stories about pizza in chat, and they are funny stories. So I told her in today's comments she should maybe think about becoming a child actress for television in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. I think she would look wonderful on television, teaching other students how to learn English or something. Right? Okay, everybody, if we could move on, I want to bring up the next part now. And the next part is the command form. Commands are interesting. They're a little bit different than the just basic statements here. We did all of our statements. Part 2 of our lesson tonight are the command intonations. And so we have this, please pass me the salt, rising intonation on salt to make it sound like a polite request. Please pass me the salt. I put a note in here. British people are very good at this. I have cousins who live in Britain. I have many British friends in Japan. They always do that intonation stress on salt, the rising. So they say, please pass the salt. And it's so friendly at the table that it's very charming to hear the rising intonation. Please pass the salt. Next one, don't forget to lock the door. Don't forget to lock the door. It falls there and it's showing that it's a firm command or instruction. Firm command means it's kind of serious. If you have a guest in your house, you tell them to lock the door before they leave and you give them an extra key. So you say, don't forget to lock the door. All right. But Annie, let me try yours. Can you try the 2 command ones too? Because everyone has a slightly style, of speaking. So, don't trust only me. You can also listen to Annie on this one. Would you like to try those 2, Annie?
Yeah. So I
Okay.
will read the examples.
Hmm.
Yeah. Clean your room before dinner.
Hmm. What do you think? Is
Don't
that
worry, I won't forget.
okay?
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Hmm.
Oh, I definitely will.
Hmm.
Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you.
Hmm.
Please bring your ID to the meeting. All right, thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot it. Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Hmm.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Good.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
Hmm.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Hmm.
Don't touch that. It's hot. Don't touch that. It's hot. Yeah, thanks for the
Yikes.
warning. Yeah, thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Yeah. All right. So, do you know yikes is used a lot in American English? Yikes means like wow or oh my God. Yikes. It's really funny, actually. You can hear it on television and movies, at the shopping mall. Everybody says yikes, which means oh wow. Okay. Nice work. Let me go through it now and you can listen to mine. Clean your room before dinner. Don't worry, I won't forget. Be sure to call me when you arrive. Oh, I definitely will. Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Check your inbox. I have already sent it to you. Please bring your ID to the meeting. Oh, right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to. Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry. Finish your homework before watching TV. But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today. Don't touch that. It's hot. Yikes. Thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot. Okay, we tried our best there. Would you guys like to go through them by yourself? Now, this is sort of a solo exercise. Annie, the students sometimes go solo, and I really enjoy it when they go solo because, you know, it takes confidence to do this. And nobody is embarrassed. You know, I teach in Japan, and sometimes in the pronunciation classes, the students would become embarrassed to take their turn because they didn't have the confidence to do it. But this is not true in our classes here. Everyone is confident, everybody tries. So I think we can definitely go solo. Moon, would you like to try the 7?
Yes, sir.
Stand up. Okay. Here we go. Here's Moon for 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes. Clean your room before dinner. Don't worry, I won't forget.
Hmm.
Be sure to call me. Be sure to call me when you arrive. Oh, I definitely will. Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Check your inbox. I already sent it to you. Please bring your ID to the meeting. All right. Thanks for the reminder. I always forget to. Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry. Finish your homework before watching TV. But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today. Don't touch that. It's hot. Yuck. Thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Yeah. Moon, I'm laughing because you changed the number 4. Please bring your ID to the meeting. And you said, all right, thanks for the reminder. I always forget to. You changed that. So it's actually really funny. I always forget to, you know,
Yeah,
and that's
sorry,
actually,
I forgot. Yes.
you know, that's sort of like a real honest husband and wife, you know. Oh yeah, you're right. I always forget to. So, you know,
Yes.
it's really funny. All right, Natalia, do you want to try?
Yes, I want to try.
Okay, we'll start with the top one here. I'm sorry. Clean your room before dinner. Okay.
Oh, clean your room before dinner. I'm respond.
You
Don't
can do the
worry.
best. Yeah.
Yes, I will begin. Don't worry, I won't forget.
Okay.
Be sure to call me when you arrive. Oh, I definitely will. Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you. Please bring your ID to the meeting. All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forget to. Turn up the lights when you leave the room. Oh, I'm always remember to do that. No need to worry. Finish your homework before watching TV. But Mom, I'm already finished my homework when I got home from school today. Don't touch that. It's hot. Yes. Thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Very good.
That's all.
Natalia, just this one word, if you want to try arrive. It's a difficult word to say because it has the long I sound, arrive. And I can still do my strong Chicago Midwestern accent where our R's that we use in Chicago, that region of America, they're strong R's, arrive like that, arrive. British and Australian people use a softer arrive, it's arrive. But Americans in the middle of the country say arrive. Do you want to try, Natalia, the American style? Arrive.
Arrive.
Yeah, much better. Arrive. So in a full sentence, be sure to call me when you arrive. All right. I'm laughing.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Nice, nice. And you can go slower too. Arrive. Snow, would you like to try?
Yes, I want to try.
Okay, here we go.
Clean your room before dinner. Don't worry, I won't forget. Be sure to call me when you arrive. Oh, I definitely will. Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you. Please bring your ID to the meeting. All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to. Turn off the light when you leave the room. Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry. Finish your homework before watching TV. But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today. Don't touch that. It's hot. Yes, thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Very good, Snow. Your R sound very good. You're getting better and better on those R sounds, the strong American R sound. Did everybody notice that the intonation falling or the intonation rising, it's all on the last word because these are commands and responses to the commands. So you say, well, what is the important information you're trying to communicate? It's before dinner and forget and arrive and will and deadline, the meeting, the room, watching TV. Those are the most important parts of the thing you're trying to communicate. I think that was Maris's question earlier, but why the intonation there? Because that's the most important thing in the communication between you and the other person. So, Annie, would you like to try again? If you do the breakout rooms, because I don't have control over it, all you need is just one breakout room, and then I'll stay in the main room. And then if you control the breakout rooms, you can send me the 4 students, just say, move this person to the main room, they call it. And then I'll start practicing right away. So in our breakout rooms, what we'll do is the command would be like, be careful to call me when you arrive. And then the other person does the response. So it's that classic A-B style in learning English. It's not really a question, it's a command. So for number 3, don't forget to send the email before the deadline. And then student number 2 answers, check your inbox. I've already sent it to you. Okay, so command, response, command, response. Good for business English, good with children, good with teenagers, right? These are actually really important, these stressors. So Annie,
Yes.
would you like to do another standard 10 minutes with the students?
Yes, already.
Okay, 4 and 4 should be enough time, yeah. Okay, let me just check that time. Number of students we now have. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Oh, but Annie, you have to go over to the main room. Sorry, we're doing command style. So, okay. Hey, Moon, good to see you again. Moon, would you like to do the command structures with me? And would you like to give me the command and I'll respond?
Yes. I
Okay.
will. Yes.
Okay, so
Clean your room before dinner.
don't worry, I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to send the email before the deadline.
Check your inbox. I have already sent it to you.
Please bring your ID to the meeting.
Oh, right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to.
Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yikes. Thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot. Hey, Moon, let's change. I'll be the command person. Clean your room before dinner.
Don't worry, I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to check the email before the deadline.
Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you.
Please bring your ID to the meeting.
All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to.
All right. Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yes, thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Very good, Moon. Of course, we're laughing at that one.
Thank you.
I always forget to. That's like something you say to yourself. I always
Yes.
forget to.
Yes,
All right.
listen.
Like I get angry at myself if I forget something before I leave the house, Olivia, would you like to do the commands or the responses? Commands. Oh, Olivia's microphone. You need a speaking microphone. Be careful
Okay.
when you. Yeah, there you go, Olivia.
Okay. Let me start with command.
Okay.
Okay. Clean the room before dinner.
Don't worry. I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to send the email before the deadline.
Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you. That one's difficult.
Please bring your ID to the meeting.
Oh, right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to.
Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yikes, thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot. Okay, let's change that, Olivia. Clean
Okay.
your room before dinner.
Don't worry, I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to. Oh, here you're
Sorry.
Olivia. I thought, wow,
Oh my
Olivia,
God.
that's a really high voice. Hello, Olivia's daughter.
Yes,
She surprised
Olivia
me.
is her name.
Olivia,
Go.
I thought that high voice was yours. Wow, Olivia, that's amazing. You can do that high voice. It was your daughter. Okay, here we go again. Don't forget to check this. Don't forget to send the email before the deadline. Oh, you have to turn the microphone on, Olivia.
Oh, sorry. Check your inbox. I have already sent it to you.
Okay. Please bring your ID to the meeting.
All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to.
Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yike. Thanks for warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Yeah. So, Olivia, you can ask your daughter if she knows the word yikes, because they teach that in the Vietnamese primary schools. If your teacher is from Canada, America, Australia, England, they probably teach the children yikes, which means like,
Yay.
oh, I'm shocked. Yikes.
And yay.
It's a cute one. All right. Olivia, did we do both? I can't remember. It's so late in Hiroshima in Japan. I don't remember if I did both response or command. So we could move on to Stella if you'd like. Stella, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Stella, would you like to do the command or the response to the command?
I like to respond.
Okay. Clean your room before dinner.
Don't worry, I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to send the email before the deadline.
Check the box. I already sent it to you.
Please bring your ID to the meeting.
All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot too.
Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yeah, thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot.
Very nice, Stella. Stella, would you like to do the command? I can respond.
Yes, thank you. Clean the room before dinner.
Don't worry. I won't forget.
Be sure to call me when you arrive.
Oh, I definitely will.
Don't forget to send me Don't forget to send the email before the deadline.
Check your inbox. I've already sent it to you.
Please bring your ID to the meeting. To the meeting.
Oh, yeah, meeting.
To the meeting.
The meeting. All right. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot to.
Turn off the lights when you leave the room.
Oh, I always remember to do that. No need to worry.
Finish your homework before watching TV.
But Mom, I already finished my homework when I got home from school today.
Don't touch that. It's hot.
Yikes. Thanks for the warning. I didn't know it was still hot. Nice work on that, everybody. We with our group of 3, we did amazing work. I'm really happy with that. It sounds great. So we have to wait for everybody to come back. When we come back, we'll do part 3 for your homework. If you want to try homework, it's reading a paragraph, and I put all of the target intonation in the homework for today. I took a lot of the command English from a textbook called Passport English that has a CD with it. But uploading the CD, maybe I could do that for you. If I could transfer some of that CD information into the Yowlo as a MP4 file, I think you might really like that. So let me try that. If you check the Yowlo box for messages, I think I can find you a CD for you to practice. It's a homestay situation where a Japanese woman is staying in a British woman's house, and the British woman gives her all these commands like, don't forget to turn off the lights, and don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. And it's really interesting because the Japanese woman speaks with a American style Japanese accent, but the British woman is classic British style, where the intonation really rises up on the last letter. It's really good. So I'm going to try to locate that for you and see if I can upload that whole conversation for you. I think you would really like it. You can practice with it. But we have about 25 minutes. But first, let me ask Annie, did you have any impressions, Annie? Any advice you'd like to offer the students? I'm going to take a tea break because I really did a lot of drilling practice back and forth with Stella and Moon, and Olivia did a wonderful job, but my voice is almost gone. So please, Annie, would you like to highlight any things?
All right. There's some students ask that why we have to raise up voice or fall down your voice, and why do you know when you should raise up and when you will fall down? And I give them a tips that actually it depends on your feeling, your emotion in that situation. For example, please pass me the sword. It's a cute voice, right? And when you say the cute voice, adorable voice, you will raise your voice a little bit, insist someone, please help me, like that. But if you ask with a stronger voice, please pass me the sword. It's look like the parents at the child. Yeah, it's not, please, mommy, can you pass me the pencil? Yeah, it depends on your feelings, your emotions, and your purpose when
this
you
is very true.
make that sentence.
See, Annie, when I was writing the commands, I kept thinking of my 2 sisters talking to their children and the responses from their children. That really helped me to imagine that. It's a really wonderful example. Very nice. And then, Annie, I was also laughing because when I worked in Taipei, Taiwan last year, I worked with a really funny math teacher named Lulu Wu, and she used to say the funniest things. Lulu's English was excellent. She sounded like she grew up in California. And she said to me one time, Brendan, I wish I could speak like these high school girls because I want to have a cute accent that sounds like a Taiwanese high school student struggling with English. And I said, Lulu, why would you want that? And she said, because it's so cute. And I said, no. Once you've developed a really high level in English, you don't want to go back to like a high school level. It just, those are the funny things she used to say. Right. So everybody, here's the last thing. I want to practice this because we have time to. I tried to put all of our practice sessions into one paragraph. And after we practice this together, then if you could just speak it to me once or twice in an audio file and put it in the Yowlo thing, in our Yowlo group, then I can send you some comments during the week I have free time. And then I can really listen and say, okay, everything's great. Just try this word arrive or something like that. So let me show you what I have prepared for you. I'm going to go back to the main sheet. And it says, try this for homework. 1 paragraph for you to read. We can practice together. And then if you could make an audio file for your homework, I can add some comments. So I have this name card here because this is an important part of our thing. And so I'll read first. Kate sometimes has to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband, Bill, sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that Kate has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate responds, "Oh, right. Thanks for the reminder." So Coca-Cola's world headquarters is Atlanta. She's a senior accountant. It could be she has a special ID for that Coca-Cola headquarters. I'm just imagining this, right? Because I had to use a statement that says, Bill says, "Don't forget," something like that. Annie, would you like to try it so the students can hear both of our accents?
Yes, all right. Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta. Georgia, right? Teacher? Actually,
I'm sorry, Georgia. Georgia?
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Sorry about that.
Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She is a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband, Bill, sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes says that Kate has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He points out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate responds, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Very nice, Annie. I like it. Yeah, so that Georgia, it's strange. It's difficult because there are 2 G sounds. There's Georgia. No, actually, it's both Georgia. Georgia. Yeah. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Let's start. Moon, would you like to try the big challenge? You get a whole paragraph this time.
Yes, I'm trying best. Yes.
Okay.
Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband, Bill, sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that he has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, don't forget your ID to the main building." He responds, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Very nice. Moon, you got that reminder, that American style reminder. Thanks for the reminder. Very friendly. Yeah. It's a husband and wife who don't fight. They really help each other, I guess. Which is very helpful. Olivia, would you like to try?
Yes, I want to try.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get started. Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at the Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband, Bill, sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that Kate has left her IDs for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate says, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Nice, Olivia. Some nice intonation there. Snow, do you want to give it a challenge, a try?
Yes.
Okay.
They sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband Bill sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answer, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes see that Kate had left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He called out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate responds, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Nice. When you all have your unique style, but it's fine to me. I would completely understand you if you told me this story about a friend. Stella, would you like to try? So Stella, if you're there.
Yes.
Okay.
Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband Bill sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for 2 day or 3 days trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that Kate has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget the ID to the main building." Kate responds, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Yeah, so that one, Stella, with that thanks is that TH, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks.
for the reminder. Thanks for the reminder.
And then Stella, maybe you learned the grammar. I don't know if I can correct this. The adult students in Japan, the women students who teach children in their own small schools, they always ask me this grammar point: is it 2 or 3 days trip with an S or no S? And I say it depends on, how you want to do it, because so many Americans drop the S that they say 2 or 3 day trip. But Stella, if you say 2 or 3 days trip, that's perfectly okay. It's probably the better grammar,
Yes.
But I know that when Americans speak really fast, they say, "Oh, I'm going to Tokyo for a 2 or 3 day business trip," right? But it's always the Japanese say, "Hey, wait a minute, shouldn't it be days, right?" And you say, "Yes, I know, but in fast speaking, they drop the S on days, right?" Annie, have you heard that where you drop an S on a word like 2 or 3 day trip, 2 or 3 days trip?
Actually, I think this is the compound noun.
Yeah.
So I never seen that 2 or 3 days trip.
Yeah, it's almost
Just
difficult to
a
say.
trip lasts for 2 or 3 days.
Days, yeah.
Yeah, and
Reverse it, and it's a 2 or 3 day trip, right?
yes.
Like we're gonna go to England this summer for a 2-month tour. If you said 2 months tour, it's almost difficult to say 2 months tour. It's like, you can see why people drop the S. They say, "Oh, it's a 2 or 3 month tour of castles in England," right? Castles in England is easier to say. But if you say 2 or 3 month tour, it probably sounds easier to say. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
We did
and
try.
I noticed that they usually put a hyphen between the words, like
Okay.
3 day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 to 3 day tour.
I noticed that some documents write hyphen between the words.
Very good point. I'm always confused. We worked with Snow or did we work with Moon? You both have these wonderful natural names. Snow, did you try it, or Moon, did you try it? Snow, would you like to try it? Snow and Moon. Sorry, I'm confused because it's late night in Japan. So you both have these beautiful natural names. Snow, did you want to try it?
Try again.
Oh, I'm sorry. You already did it then. See, that's why I'm confused. Moon, did you try it?
I try ready, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So let me go down here. There is Nyok An. I'm sorry, Nyok An. Would you like to try it?
Oh, yes. Kate sometimes has to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband Bill sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that Kate has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the ta- on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate responds, "All right, thanks for reminder."
Yokan, I like it. It's good. You know, nice stresses. Yeah, you know where to put the stresses and the intonation. Very good. How about Olivia? Okay. Oh, Olivia, you have your microphone. She turned it off
Okay.
because her daughter.
Sorry. Yeah. Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at the Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband Bill sometimes worry about her. Before she leaves the house for 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, we tell her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bean sometimes sees that Kate had left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate says, "Pond, all right, thanks for the reminder."
Okay, good. What's interesting about this is I've been writing these things for 32 years, so I don't even think I just write with the language that I remember from the textbooks. I use so many textbooks over the last 32 years. So if you look at this, I just realized as I'm looking at this, I purposely, but I didn't even understand that I was doing this. We have tells, answers, sometimes, sees. These are all the z sounds. They're really good practice. So Bill tells her. Kate always answers. Bill sometimes sees. He calls out to her. Kate responds. But then if you look at this last S, it's a thinks. It's a lot different. Thanks. So we have all this z sometimes, and then thanks. And then there's even the third one, worries, is also z, worries, right? So sometimes, worries, leaves, tells, answers, sometimes sees, calls, responds, and then finally thanks. And thanks is so different from all the rest of them. So we have a nice mix there. All right. Maris, would you like to try it? Okay.
Yes. Kate sometimes had to travel to Atlanta, Georgia for business trips. She's a senior accountant at Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Her husband Bill sometimes worries about her. Before she leaves the house for a 2 or 3 day trip to Atlanta, Bill tells her, "Be sure to call me when you arrive." Kate always answers, "Oh, I definitely will." And Bill sometimes sees that Kate has left her ID for Coca-Cola on the kitchen table. He calls out to her, "Don't forget your ID to the main building." Kate responds, "All right, thanks for the reminder."
Nice work, Maris. Yeah. So the advice I always offer my students is if you're working in an international office or an organization and you're worried about your pronunciation, if people are understanding you, intonation like this can really help you communicate effectively to people, because if you go up on something, they say, oh, Snow or Annie has just asked me a question that, I better respond to that question. Like, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Like, you can also imagine going through Los Angeles with your passport because you're gonna take a 2-week trip. And the man says, what is the purpose of your visit? And you say, oh, my visit. Okay, I have cousins in Los Angeles and there's going to be a big wedding and I'm here for 2 weeks. Then I'm going back to Ho Chi Minh City. You can catch what the man is saying by his intonation. You go, okay, I don't understand him 100%, but with intonation, I can catch about 70 to 80% of what he's saying. So intonation is really important. I could ask Annie, do you have any funny stories where the intonation was strange to you or you didn't quite catch something?
Any story about intonation?
Yeah, misunderstanding or something.
Yeah, you know that sometimes we just say the sentence. If you want to ask a question, we will have the structure for question like a WH question, a yes/no question, right? But sometimes if we are not sure about something, we just say the normal sentence and we just raise up the voice at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
So sometimes for example, my younger brother asked me, and I have to ask, are you asking me? Or you just confirm? Or you just want to confirm that information? Always like that. I have to ask again.
Yes.
Are you asking me?
And is he doing that in Vietnamese or English?
In Vietnamese, if we ask a question, we have to be polite. For example, he always has to say, sister, sister, and at the end of the sentence, she has to say ah.
Okay.
If if he doesn't say that, who do you want to ask?
Oh,
who you want to ask?
Yeah.
And but when we say speak in English, we just raise up voice and we have to say please.
Yeah. Annie, they do that in Arabic too. I studied Arabic because I was a teacher in Saudi Arabia. And they also have to do that for sister. They have to say ang like that for sister. So they also do that in Arabic. How interesting. Okay. I missed An, Yok An, Nguyen. Would you like to try it? If An is there, Yok An.
No, An, she already read this.
Oh, she did? Okay. Sometimes they switch. I'm sorry about that then, Annie. There was one other observation I had about this. I can't remember what it was about Kate and the traveling to Atlanta, Georgia. Honestly, I had some pronunciation point I wanted to give you, but I cannot remember what that pronunciation point is. If I think of it, I'll put it in the Yalo chat for you. Okay, so we have about 4 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, the observation I was going to say is I didn't put the intonation in here because after practicing for 90 minutes, all of you have a really good understanding of where you want to put the intonation. So on this, when I created this lesson for you yesterday, I thought, okay, what if I don't put the intonation? Will the students get this? And yeah, it was very good. You were very accurate after all the practice sessions. So that's why I didn't put any intonation in there. It's really wonderful. So when you do the reading, send an MP3 or MP4. And for this critique, you already know the intonation. I'm thinking I would probably, if I give you advice, it would just be on an individual word like worries and leaves the house, this kind of thing. Be sure to call me when you arrive. I still have to do individual speaking points for you for Yalo, but my Yalo won't let me record, and Ms. Duke and I are still trying to figure that out. Why won't Yalo let me record? I almost need to do video. I'm thinking I might start doing video on Zoom and then putting the data into Yalo. It's a technical thing I have to work on. Okay, any final questions? You're a wonderful class, you know. Nice work. You work so hard. You know, Annie, I was telling the students last night, the adult students in my writing class, that when I was a teacher in Taiwan, the students were so lazy. They were 15 years old. And so I asked the science teacher, who was really hardworking, I said, why are these students so lazy? And she said, oh, Brendan, they come from rich families. And even though the school is in the middle, it's not a great school, it's not a bad school, most of these students don't get very good science and math grades. So they will work for their mother and father's companies. So they have a really good future. So they don't have to get to the best colleges. They will just work with their family businesses. And so these students wouldn't do the pronunciation. And so when I work with you students, you're so hardworking. It's really wonderful. So I want to say thank you for that, right? It's it's really refreshing for me to see students work really hard on their speaking. Yeah. Okay, any questions before we finish for today? Anything is okay. Sometimes students say, well, what's your favorite pizza? Moon said she likes seafood pizza. And what I didn't tell Moon about the seafood pizza with shrimp and squid is, Moon, if I have that kind of pizza, sometimes I like to put hot pepper, red pepper flake on it. Do you use that in Vietnam? The red pepper flake? Here, I'll show you a picture of it as our last thing for today, what that looks like here, because it's difficult to describe. We put this on pineapple and ham pizza. And okay, here's our final thing for today. One moment. Sorry about this. This is moving a little slowly. Okay, here's the final thing for today. It's good pronunciation, actually. Red pepper flakes. So do you use these in the Vietnamese cooking, the red pepper flakes? Because I love to put this on seafood pizza, Moon, but I also put it on ham and pineapple pizza too, because I just need a little extra spice on my pizza. And so I use this on almost all my pizza. And I really love spaghetti if you fry these peppers in the olive oil, and I put 2 in there. I love to eat those in my spaghetti, the red pepper. So I don't know why, I just love spicy food. It helps my stomach. Some people say it gives you an upset stomach. It actually helps me feel better. It gives me energy, this food, but it makes me hot in the face. Right? So Moon, do you put this on your pizzas?
No, sir, because in Vietnam it is from America company like Pizza Hut or something like that. But for this flavor, I think it's applied for local food, like bun. Yeah, for some kind of food in Vietnam, not from another country.
Okay. So the technical name, if you need, it's called crushed red pepper flakes. So if you're in a restaurant, you can say, may I please have some crushed red pepper flakes for my pasta, my pizza? And they should say, okay. And they'll bring a little dish of crushed, there's a great pronunciation for American English, crushed red pepper flakes. Crushed red pepper flakes. I'm going to copy this picture and put it in Yalo for you, because I think that's a really last point of pronunciation for tonight. Crushed red pepper flakes. It's really like PNF, PNF, PNF. All right, my voice is almost gone, so let's say good night for tonight. And if you check Yalo, I'll leave your homework in there, okay? Thank you so much, Annie. It was a real pleasure to meet you tonight and see how you helped the students. Your suggestions were great. Really nice to teach with you tonight. May I say goodbye to everyone? Goodbye, Moon.
Bye. Goodbye,
Olivia. Thank you very much.
Annie.
Thanks, Maris.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Well.
Take care,
Good
Snow.
night.
Thanks, Tong. Thank you, Garrett, Stella, and Snow, and Moon, and Annie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Dạ, mọi người nhớ quay video gửi cho thầy nhá. Cảm
Tức
ơn
là
mọi người.
chỉ là đọc thôi chứ không phải là cả video đúng không em? Ghi âm ấy hả?
Tại vì mình học phát âm ấy, lời khuyên chân thành của em là mình học phát âm mình nên quay video để thấy được cái khẩu hình của mình thì sẽ giúp thầy sẽ feedback cho mình dễ hơn.
Chị thấy trong Zalo mọi người toàn chỉ mỗi ghi âm thôi, chả thấy ai quay video cả.
Thật ra thì nếu mà mình ghi âm á, thì sẽ chỉ nghe được giọng thôi, và lúc mà chỉnh á, thì rất là khó để hình dung được là tại sao mình phát âm cái âm nó sai, nó chưa có đúng á. Ví dụ như là cái từ finish chẳng hạn, nếu mình cứ finish thì sẽ không biết được là tại vì cái môi của mình nó chưa đưa ra, hoặc là cái răng cái lưỡi của mình á. Em thì khuyến khích rằng là mọi người sẽ quay video. Nên là chị Trang, nếu mà chị Trang làm được, chị sẽ là cứ quay video nhé, phải có một người tiên phong thì những người sau sẽ làm theo.
Thế còn cái lúc ấy mà lúc chị nói là 2 and 3 days, chị cũng không có ý định cho chữ S vào đâu, nhưng mà chả hiểu sao thầy nghe là có chữ S ấy.
Dạ, theo phản xạ đấy, có nghĩa là nhiều khi mình sẽ thêm S với mất S một cách cho nên khi mà mình đọc các đoạn văn đang lúc mà luyện tập á,
Nhưng
chị cố gắng
mà
đọc
ví dụ
hơn.
như thầy bảo là bỏ S đi cũng được mà thêm cũng được, còn em lại nói là component now thì không cần thêm S đúng không? Thế
Dạ
cuối
đúng
cùng
rồi.
thế nào là đúng nhỉ?
Như thầy nói thì thật ra có những người ở Mỹ thì vẫn có những người thêm S vào, nhưng mà trong cái đoạn văn đọc á, hoặc là những cái đoạn văn em đọc á, thì những cái từ đó nó gọi là từ ghép rồi, cho nên nó sẽ chỉ có cái hai phần ở giữa thôi, chứ nó không cần phải là thêm S vào, tại nó thành cách tự nhiên danh từ trong cái danh từ lắm ạ. Thì em chưa thấy cái từ đó, em hỏi em có thấy chưa, thì em bảo là thật sự em chưa có thấy. Em thường em sẽ thấy rằng là một khi mà đã là danh từ ghép như vậy rồi thì nó sẽ chỉ cần có gạch ngang một cái thôi, mình sẽ gặp rất là nhiều luôn á. Ví dụ như là một cái group của một cái nhóm em bé mà từ 3 đến 6 tuổi chẳng hạn, thì người ta cũng biết là 3 to 6 years 3 to 6 year old này nọ, xong rồi group thôi.
Đúng rồi, chị cũng thấy thế.
Dạ, cho nên không nhất thiết phải thêm S. Còn thầy bảo là nếu mà mình thêm người ta vẫn hiểu, nói chung tất cả mọi người vẫn hiểu. Mình chỉ là đọc để cho nó quen với cái việc phản xạ cái âm thanh của mình thôi.
Thế xong rồi là chị thấy lúc mà thầy cho cái em bé đấy vào để nghe ấy, thì có thể là thầy thấy rất là cute, bởi vì em ấy lên giọng xuống giọng ấy. Nhưng mà cá nhân chị thì chị thấy rằng là nếu mà để cho học sinh học ấy, thì phải học cái kiểu như chuẩn bản ngữ, mà bản ngữ thì chị thấy rằng là cái việc lên giọng như em đấy cũng chả đúng lắm.
Dạ, cho nên mới là cái này thật ra nó chỉ là tình huống để cho mình học cái cách lên, để sau này nếu như khi mà mình sử dụng tiếng Anh á, bản thân mình muốn nhấn vào từ nào thì mình biết cách lên giọng, cái là mình sẽ biết cách đây
Nhưng
là
mà
một
nhá,
tình huống.
đấy cái câu hỏi của chị vẫn hỏi em đấy là nếu cùng là muốn nhấn về vấn đề thời gian và ở trong câu trần thuật thì hai ví dụ 1 và 2 nó ngược nhau, nhưng thầy cũng không nói được là tại sao lại lúc lên lúc xuống đúng không? Đều nhấn cả và đều là thời gian cả.
Dạ.
Thì nếu mà cùng là logic quan hệ nhân quả thì hoặc là cùng xuống hoặc là cùng lên, chứ không phải một cái lên
Đúng
một cái xuống
rồi.
thì chả hiểu vì sao lúc lên lúc xuống, đúng không?
Dạ, cho nên nãy em cũng nói với thầy ấy rằng là cái này thật ra là thầy đang tạo cái tình huống cho mình, nếu như mình muốn nâng lên thì cái
mình
giọng của mình
lên.
nó sẽ như thế nào, đúng không này? Thì giọng của mình nó sẽ như thế nào, và khi mà mình nhấn xuống thì cái giọng của thầy sẽ như thế nào, để mình biết là cái cách lên cách xuống thông qua cái này, để mình biết cách, chứ không phải rằng là nói câu này là 100% phải xuống nha, nói câu này là 100% phải lên nha, nó không có phải ở đây, mà nó chỉ rằng là nếu như chúng ta muốn đi xuống thì hãy nghe thầy đọc nhá, xong rồi bắt
Nhưng
chước
mà
theo.
em có thấy rằng là chị không, tại vì chị học buổi hôm nay là buổi đầu tiên.
Dạ.
Thế nên là chị thấy là nó có vẻ như là nó không đúng, tức là nó chưa thể hiện được cái tham vọng của cái khóa này, bởi vì cái khóa này bảo là sau 10 buổi thì học sinh sẽ biết cách kiểu như là lên xuống cho nó đúng. Mà thế thì chị thấy rằng là với những cái ví dụ như này ấy, nó có vẻ như là nó không đạt được cái mục tiêu đấy. Tức là nếu như mà thầy đặt ra các cái tình huống ấy, mà cũng như bản ngữ người ta lên xuống theo đúng cái ấy, xong rồi bảo là đấy như thế là như thế, thì chị thấy nó có vẻ có lý hơn. Mà thôi rồi mình cứ học đi để xem tình hình như nào nhỉ.
Dạ vâng, chị cứ học thêm nhé.
Đúng rồi,
Tại hôm nay
bởi
cũng là buổi
vì
đầu thôi.
chị
Cho
nghĩ
nên
là một
là
buổi thì không thể ăn thua được, nên là phải
dạ
kiên trì.
dạ với lại thêm nữa là mình cũng có thể hiểu thêm rằng là mình sẽ biết được cái cách rằng là khi nào thì mình sẽ lên giọng và khi nào mình xuống giọng thì nó không phải là khi nào. Thật ra cái khi nào đó là do mình quyết định. Đó. Mà cái tình huống thầy đưa ra để làm gì? Khi mình muốn lên giọng thì mình nói như thế nào? Khi mình xuống giọng thì mình nói như thế nào? Chứ không phải cái logic rằng là khi nào chúng ta phải lên giọng, khi nào chúng ta phải xuống giọng. Thì nó sẽ không phải là giải đáp cho mình ở cái phần đó.
Thế thì cái logic thầy phải nói là how we can lên giọng, how we can xuống giọng thì đúng
rồi
hơn.
how. Thì đó, đúng
chứ
rồi,
không
cái
phải
từ how
là
đấy.
không phải là logic. Vì thầy bảo là nhấn thì thế là đâm ra học sinh ấy hiểu theo kiểu là muốn, tại vì tất cả những cái câu hỏi của thầy thì thầy muốn nhấn là thầy đều màu đỏ hết mà, thì người ta hiểu là cứ câu hỏi là phải lên, còn lên như nào thì ai cũng biết rồi, lên có cái cứ cho dấu sắc vào, còn xuống thì cứ cho dấu huyền vào thì thành lên và xuống thôi. How khác mà when khác. Đây là
mình học
thầy
thêm
dạy là
đúng rồi. Thầy có nghĩa là ý của thầy đang nói là cái câu này thầy muốn nhấn vào đây này. Mọi người sẽ thấy rằng cái câu này thầy nhấn vào đây thì mọi người sẽ nghe. Tại vì chúng ta học ở đây là tại sao chúng ta một cái lợi thế đó chính là mình học với người bản ngữ. Ví dụ bản thân em cũng là giáo viên, cũng là dạy pronunciation đúng không? Nhưng mà tất nhiên mọi người sẽ rất là thích học với giáo viên bản ngữ hơn. Tại vì sao? Bản ngữ thì vẫn là người họ thở ra thôi đã nói đúng rồi. Còn pronunciation của Vietnamese teacher như em chẳng hạn thì vẫn sẽ có những phụ huynh là không, chị vẫn thích học ngoại ngữ hơn. Còn ví dụ là Vietnamese teacher của em thì sẽ cần phải tìm hiểu rằng là phải làm gì. Nhưng mà đó là tùy vào cái lớp. Ở đây là để cho chị hiểu rằng là bây giờ nha, nếu thầy muốn nhấn vào đây thì hãy thử nghe giọng thầy xem, nếu thầy nhấn vào đó nó nghe như thế nào. Và thầy lấy ra tất cả các tình huống nhấn như vậy để cho mình nghe thấy, để cho mình luyện cái nghe. Tại vì học phát âm
nhưng
nghe,
mà chị nói thật nha,
nói.
chị nghe chị thấy lên cũng chả giống lên lắm mà xuống chả giống xuống lắm đâu.
Cái đó là cái nhạy của đặc biệt đó lý do vì sao mà bảo con nít thì học sẽ nhanh hơn á. Tại vì sao ạ? Con nít mới nhạy được cái độ lên xuống đó. Thế là con nít cũng nghe y chang, coi phim hoạt hình y chang, nhưng mà con ấy lên rất là rõ, tại vì bạn ấy có thể nghe được âm đuôi luôn. Và cái đó là cái mình luyện tập nghe đó chị. Khi mà mình cảm thấy là ủa sao mình nghe như ngang nhau thì mình biết là ok, vậy là mình chưa có nhạy được cái đó lắm. Và mình hay nói là mình sẽ, ví dụ như bản thân mình luyện tập là mình sẽ nói over lên, mình lên hẳn luôn, mình xuống hẳn luôn. Nhưng người bình thường người ta không nói vậy. Họ có lên xuống nhưng mà họ không có nói cái kiểu mà lên tận núi xong rồi xuống tận biển như vậy. Họ nói rất là bình thường thôi. Nhưng mà nếu như mình tua chậm lại mình sẽ thấy là họ lên họ xuống nhịp nhàng. Nhưng mà tại sao mình lại không nhận ra, mình cảm thấy là chứ thật ra cái cách thầy nói chị sẽ cảm thấy thầy như đang hát vậy đó. Thầy ông thầy nói rất là nhẹ nhàng, mà nó lên xuống nó rất là nội lực. Thì cái đó là cái luyện về tai. Thật sự là cái đó là luyện về tai. Đó là cái cơ hội để mình luyện về tai, mình tập trung nghe để mình luyện cái tai, để mình tìm ra được là chỉ cần nhẹ, chỉ cần thay đổi cái luồng hơi á, cái luồng hơi nó chỉ cần nhiều hơn một tí thôi là nó đã khác ra một cái cường độ á, hay là cái nó cũng đã lên khác rồi. Đó, thì cái đó là mình sẽ cần luyện về cái tai ấy, chứ không hẳn chỉ là luyện về. Còn bản thân mình luyện tập là mình cứ lên over để kiểu nó quá lên nó kiểu là are you hungry, cái kiểu như phải lên trên trời á. Nhưng mà người bản xứ họ đâu có con ơi con có đói không, nghĩa là người Việt cũng đâu có nói như thế đâu. Người Việt cũng đâu có nói rằng là con ơi con có đói không, không ai nói vậy đó. Có đói không, có nghĩa là không ai nói như vậy đúng không ạ. Nhưng mà lúc mà mình tập thì mình
nhưng
hay
mà rõ ràng
lớn
là trong cái cuộc sống bình thường ấy thì mình cũng không lên quá như thế đâu, kể cả tiếng Việt.
đúng rồi.
Nói chung là cái gọi là nhấn như thế chẳng qua là những lúc nào mà phải gọi là rất là muốn truyền tải cái năng lượng vào đấy thì mình mới thế, đúng không? Chứ còn trong đời thường thì có đói không, hoặc là đói thì kiểu thế thôi, chứ không ai nói là có đói không. Thì chị nghĩ là người nước ngoài cũng ta thế, chẳng qua là đây là tại sao mà
mình tập
người ta bắt mình học cái đấy là bởi vì sao? Bởi vì là khi mà người ta nhấn như thế xong lại vào câu nói nhanh thì chữ đấy nó sẽ đậm hơn hẳn những chữ khác, thì là làm cho mình, bởi vì bản chất là lúc mà người ta vào cuộc người ta nói rất nhanh, cho nên người ta không nói từng từ rõ ra để đến cái từ đấy người ta nhấn được, mà người ta chỉ nói tất cả mọi thứ đều rất là nhanh thì tự nhiên cái từ mà họ muốn nhấn thành ra nó sẽ chậm hơn và sẽ mạnh hơn, thì thành ra là người ta bảo đấy tại sao bình thường mình không nghe được, bởi vì có những lúc những từ khác bị nuốt hết, đúng không? Còn chỉ còn mỗi cái từ mình nhấn thôi. Thì chị hiểu rồi. Tóm lại là trường kỳ gian khổ thì mới nhất định thắng lợi được. Không thể
dạ vâng. Mà chị cứ chăm chỉ như ngày hôm nay nha, người Việt Nam mình được cái chăm chỉ mà, chuyện gì cũng làm được thôi. Nên chúc chị có nhiều buổi học vui hơn cùng với thầy và cũng như mọi người nha. Em cảm ơn chị rất là
chị
nhiều.
rất là cảm ơn em. Chúc em có một thứ bảy vui vẻ.
Dạ em cũng chúc chị một ngày thứ bảy vui ạ. Em chào chị.